Okay, let's talk about the new egos first. Whether they actually are a good enough Uptie 4. So for Ryoshu, Uptie 3 to Uptie 4 makes it into an AoE, adds 1 sinking to its base, and applies 1 haste here. Ultimately, I think this is not very worth it. It is Pierce Gloom, so it could work, but you would need to use this on kill. And essentially, I think you're trying to fish for a double kill here with your attack weight 2. Uh, yeah, that's a bit hard, I think. Yeah, a lot of the value here is on the kill part. So you're using this ego to finish people. I think it's not particularly easy, and it also costs 6. Why use this to kill people to get the SP when you can use Fluid Sac, when you can just, use another AoE that's cheaper? Cough cough Legend Domain. I admit that this is piercing, but then there's also other Blossom Star, which is also piercing. That Ebony Stem, which is piercing. Like, there's a lot of better options for damage if you're just looking for damage. In terms of this cost, you are also competing with quite a lot of elements. Ryoshu, her first ego uses Lust and Wrath, which she generates quite a lot of. So in terms of energy generation, I also think that Chef Ryoshu fits better with her base ego rather than this ego. So I think overall this ego is not very good. I think the Uptie 4 makes it AoE, so you could consider it, but at the same time, I don't see myself ever using this at all. Next is Honglu. Honglu, pretty significant. He becomes a 3 AoE after you Uptie 3. Interestingly enough, he is attack weight 2 at his Uptie 3, but he gets changed to an attack weight 3 here. On a tail attack here, he gets plus 3 HP and plus 3 SP, and for the last one, he gets a 2 HP and 2 SP. And then for his corroded form, he gets a bit more consistency and a little bit more tremor. So 1 tremor becomes on hit. I still have the same problem with Honglu in that honestly, I don't see myself ever using this either. He's competing elements with Fluid Set. So that is already a big problem because I do not want to not have the energy for Fluid Set, which gives me 25 SP compared to this 15 SP, compared to this healing. I admit that it's a 3 AoE blunt, but it also costs a lot for a 3 AoE blunt. Why not use Legend Domain, which costs 4? Its cost did not get increased, by the way. Legend Domain is still 4 cost, which is ridiculous. And it's still AoE 3. So, well, cheers. Really not needed, I think. Even for this passive here where it heals your characters by a lot of SP, just Fluid Sac, I guess. Like, I know Fluid Sac is a lot of cost, but it's also a lot of value. So yeah, it really pays off. So I don't think this is actually worth it to use at all. I will admit that I think that the K-Corp Honglu, even though it's not shown here, does provide a few of the elements here. Actually, I don't think it even applies all of the elements here. I don't know. This ego is really sus. I don't like it. I really don't like it that it's competing with Fluid Sac. So I really don't like that. Yeah. But I think in terms of uptying, right, getting that +1 AoE is already quite significant. So you can uptie this. So you can uptie this to just to increase AoE count. So ultimately, I can't say they're bad because they increase the AoE. So if the typings are correct, right, then you would still probably use them. But the problem is that I feel like there are way better options than these two. Where should I put them? I think I'll put them in alright for now. And then in terms of uptying, I would say lifetime still practically still nothing. I can slap it here, yeah. But it's still basically nothing. Yeah, no, I don't think anything here really changes that much. The Eagles were pretty simple. Basically, a lot of them got AoEs. So if you got an AoE improvement by a lot and you have a very high damaging move, then yeah, you really do get a lot of benefit from the uptie, so you go up here. That's what I think. Yeah, I think I skipped Wishing Cairn last time. Wishing Cairn, it became AoE. Like, I don't think I need to say anything else, really. It just became AoE on its base form. Yeah, so essentially, as long as the character here has AoE improvements, you can slap it here. You also has to have some coin power. Okay, going by that logic, right, then this character here, 25 in an AoE, it's 2 AoE, it's fighting with Legend Domain already. Okay, it's still significant, because from 1 to 2, that is still 2 hits, so that is still quite a bit of damage. Yeah, I think I would. Yeah, that's a yo right there. Yeah, I think I would slap them up here. Honglu is a bit minor though. It's from 2 AoE to 3 AoE. Is that enough to justify it? If it's AoE increase, I just slap you up there. I mean, Honglu's ego does 27, right? Yeah, that's pretty nice. I think in terms of damage numbers here, 25 in a 2 AoE, 27 in a 3 AoE is still pretty respectable. Especially this is a piercing gloom, right? I don't think we have a piercing gloom element right now. We only have blunt gloom. Piercing gloom. Yeah, I can't think of any piercing gloom right now. I think this is our first piercing gloom. So there is some hope for this ego. Yep. So AoE increases here. Nothing else I think here deserves a change from what I can remember. I remember someone said Hex Nail applies more nails. So what? I just run the nail gang. What else did people say? I think that's it really. Yeah, I think that's all I remember. Lantern. Oh yeah, Lantern actually. Lantern. I think someone mentioned that Lantern actually became a AOE. Where is Lantern? Lantern Ego. Yeah, Lantern became from 1 AOE to 3 AOE, right? Yeah, I think I put it a bit too low. Even though Lantern doesn't have a very interesting effect, it's still a triple AoE. So can't slap it up there. Not to say that this is like equivalent to Ebony Stem, it's a triple AoE now, so it gets a pretty big buff from an Uptie. And besides that, I think we are done here. I can't think of anything else. In general, I think a lot of these egos. Okay, just to remind everyone, this is how much value you get from uptying, right? It's not whether this ego is actually good or not. So I mentioned that these two, I probably will never use them ever. But when you uptie them, they get more AoE. So it is actually pretty decent if you want to use them. If you don't want to use them, then don't use them. So right now that I've reiterated that, yeah, I think this list doesn't need to be changed. File's still broken. Oh, yes, okay, no, I remember now. Body sack. Yes, body sack. Body sack gets a pretty big drop down, right? Because there was some drama about it being nerfed, right? It is now on kill, which is significantly worse because it is much harder to get the attack buff for the next turn. On the other hand, you also have the passive giving you attack buff. So, I mean, honestly, the reason you use body sack, right, is for the haste. I don't see myself using it for the attack power. The attack power was a nice bonus that was added onto the ego. Let me go and double check this ego. Let's see, Heathcliff, body sack. Yeah, so from Uptie 3 to Uptie 4, what he gets is an additional line. On kill, gain 2 attack power up next turn. So that is significantly worse than what we thought it was going to be. We thought it was going to be on hit, right? That's why it was a bit confusing that it was 2 separate attacks. So now that they funded us, it's fine. I would say that this ego is still not worth it to uptie. Yeah, uptying it does not give it anything useful, but no. Uptying doesn't do anything useful, so it should go all the way down here. Join the other base egos. So body sack essentially just functions the same as it used to. You only use it to prepare your Rabbit Heathcliff for quick suppression because it gives haste and 1 attack power up. The extra attack power you will not invest anything into. Body sack is not worth it. You will not uptie that. So yeah, body sack goes all the way down here. So did I miss out anything here besides body sack? Any other base egos I overcommitted here? Nope, I think that is all. Yeah, okay, that looks like it. So, okay, now everyone here should now just be AoE or Bitcoin power. I could slap Kaput here because it's 45 now. Arguable. And yeah, besides that, all of the base AoE, base egos except for Ryoshu. Because Ryoshu gets 1 extra fragility and 2 fragility is quite significant. The problem is that it's on the same turn. So you generally just need to go fast for that. But on the off chance it happens, you can squeeze out a bit more damage. But besides Force of the Flames, I still have not confirmed Land of Vision whether the ego reduction is actually significant. So that is still on my back burner. But basically all of these base egos down here are really bad for uptying. They don't give enough for you to uptie them. So that is going to be it for this list. Not really much changes. These two belong here because they become AoEs. Heathcliff goes all the way down because he does not give attack power up easily. He gives it on kill, which you don't want to be using your body sec for. But ultimately, I think they all just, yeah, gonna remain the same. Okay, I think that is it for this one. This will probably be the last one until the Reflection Railway comes out, and I have to redo this list for which one is actually worth it for using in the railway. And then you have to go and make sure you uptie those and then bring them, blah blah blah. Yep. So I think that's going to be it. You can leave a comment if you have other questions or whatnot. Actually, I have no idea what I should be making videos of right now. So if you have any suggestions, you can feel free to post. Either way, I'll probably just be waiting for Baldur's Gate on 3rd August. Probably stream that, I guess, as filler. We will be in a bit of a sleeper moment for Limbus Company for a while, so not much else. I think if you guys have any other questions, you can just post them in this comment section, and I'll try to look at them. Yep. So that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and bye bye.